You've got to be kidding me. Are we really about to watch WWE completely disrespect one of the most talented women on the roster right now? Before you click away, you need to hear this because what's about to go down on Monday Night Raw is either going to be the beginning of something legendary or the biggest catastrophe WWE has made in years. Hit that like button right now if you're as fired up as I am, and smash that subscribe button because you'll want to be here when I break down exactly why this match could change everything. Stephanie Vaquer defending her Women's World Championship against Raquel Rodriguez isn't just another title defense. This is WWE putting their newest champion, a woman who earned her spot through blood, sweat, and tears on the independent scene, against a powerhouse who has been criminally underutilized for months. And let me tell you something, the wrestling world is watching very closely because this could either solidify Vaquer as the real deal or expose WWE's booking as the absolute mess we've been complaining about for years. Let's talk about Stephanie Vaquer for a second because I'm already seeing the hate comments rolling in. She's not ready. She's too green. She doesn't deserve the title. Stop it. Just stop. This woman has competed in CMLL, she's been a champion in multiple promotions, and she brings a technical wrestling style that the women's division has been desperately missing. When she won that championship, it wasn't handed to her on a silver platter like some people we could mention. She fought for it. She proved she belonged in that ring with the absolute best. But here's where it gets interesting, and this is where I need you to drop a comment below with your honest opinion. Raquel Rodriguez has been sitting on the sidelines, watching opportunity after opportunity go to other people. She's got the size, she's got the strength, she's got the presence that makes her look like she could walk through a brick wall without breaking a sweat. So why has WWE kept her in the background? Why has she been relegated to random tag matches and meaningless feuds when she could have been dominating the women's division this entire time? Some of you are going to say I'm being too harsh, but let me paint you a picture of what should have happened. Raquel Rodriguez should have been built as an unstoppable force from the moment she stepped foot on Raw. Instead, WWE treated her like just another body on the roster. And now they want to throw her into a championship match against their newest title holder? The disrespect is real, people. Either they're using Raquel as cannon fodder to make Vaquer look strong, or they're about to pull the trigger on a Rodriguez championship run that should have happened months ago. Let me break down the stakes here because this is crucial. If Stephanie Vaquer retains, and she retains clean without any shenanigans, then WWE is telling us they're committed to building her as a legitimate champion who can handle anyone they put in front of her. That's the best case scenario. That means we get to see more technical masterclasses, more international flair, and more real wrestling instead of the same recycled storylines we've been force-fed for years. But if she retains through some screwy finish, through interference, through a countout, through anything that makes her look weak, then WWE has already started the countdown to her title reign being forgettable. Now let's flip the script. What happens if Raquel Rodriguez wins? And before you start typing spoilers in the comments, relax, I don't have insider information, I'm just analyzing the possibilities because that's what real wrestling fans do. If Rodriguez takes that title, it better be because WWE is ready to give her the push she's been robbed of for far too long. No more random losses, no more questionable booking, no more treating her like she's expendable. She needs to be presented as the dominant champion that her physical presence suggests she should be. But here's my biggest fear, and tell me in the comments if you share this concern. My biggest fear is that this match is just filler. Just another defense that WWE throws on Raw because they need to fill time until they get to whatever big storyline they're actually invested in. Because let's be honest with ourselves, WWE has a terrible habit of building up matches that should matter and then treating them like they're just another segment between commercial breaks. The women's division right now is at a crossroads, and I'm not being dramatic when I say this match could determine which direction it goes. On one side, you have the opportunity to showcase two incredibly talented women who represent different styles, different backgrounds, and different paths to the main event. On the other side, you have the very real possibility that WWE fumbles this, gives us a mediocre match with a questionable finish, and leaves both women looking worse than they did before the bell even rang. Think about the psychology of this matchup for a second. Vaquer's technical prowess against Rodriguez's raw power. This should be a classic case of speed and technique trying to overcome size and strength. We should be seeing Vaquer working the legs, trying to chop down the bigger woman, using her agility to stay one step ahead. We should be seeing Rodriguez showcasing the devastating power, those earth-shattering slams that remind everyone why you don't want to get caught in her grasp. This match has the potential to be an absolute banger if WWE lets them go out there and actually wrestle. But will they? Will they? That's the million-dollar question that has me and thousands of other fans concerned. Because we've seen this story before. We've watched WWE take dream matches on paper and turn them into forgettable TV matches that barely get 5 minutes. We've watched them interrupt perfectly good wrestling with commercials at the worst possible moments. We've watched them cut matches short because they need more time for backstage segments that don't move any storyline forward. Let me ask you something, and I need you to answer in the comments because this is important. When was the last time you watched a Women's World Championship defense on Raw that you're still talking about weeks later? When was the last time WWE gave the women's division the time and the respect it deserves to tell a compelling story in that ring? I'll wait. And while you're thinking about that, make sure you've hit that subscribe button because we're going to keep having these real conversations that other channels are too afraid to have. The frustrating part about all of this is that both of these women are capable of delivering something special. Stephanie Vaquer has proven in other promotions that she can go 30, 40 minutes and tell an incredible story. Raquel Rodriguez has shown glimpses of being an absolute monster when WWE actually lets her off the leash. So the talent is there. The question is whether WWE's creative team has the vision to let them showcase it. And let's talk about what this means for the championship itself because titles are supposed to mean something. The Women's World Championship should be the most prestigious prize in women's wrestling. Holding that title should mean you're the best, that you've conquered everyone put in front of you, that you represent excellence. But when the title gets defended in matches that feel thrown together, when the champion doesn't get meaningful feuds, when the challenges feel random instead of earned, the title loses its value. And that's what's at stake here. If this match delivers, if these two women go out there and tear the house down, if WWE gives them the time and the platform to show the world what they can do, then the Women's World Championship gets elevated. It becomes something that every woman on the roster would do anything to hold. But if this match falls flat, if it's treated as just another segment, if it's rushed or interrupted or given a weak finish, then that championship becomes just another prop, just another accessory that gets passed around without any real meaning. I'm going to be brutally honest with you right now because that's what you subscribe to this channel for, right? The truth is, I'm nervous about this match. I'm nervous because I want it to be great. I want Stephanie Vaquer to prove all the doubters wrong. I want Raquel Rodriguez to finally get the spotlight she deserves. I want both of these women to benefit from this match regardless of who walks out with the title. But I've been disappointed too many times before to go into this with blind optimism. The wrestling business is changing, and WWE needs to understand that fans aren't going to accept mediocrity anymore. We've seen what women's wrestling can be when it's given proper time and investment. We've watched other promotions showcase their women's divisions as main event attractions. We know what's possible. So when WWE puts together a match like this, the expectations are higher than they've ever been. This isn't 2015 anymore where we're just happy to see women get any time on the show. We want quality. We want story. We want matches that matter. So here's what needs to happen on Monday Night Raw, and WWE Creative, if you're watching this, take notes. This match needs to get at least 15 minutes of uninterrupted action. No commercial breaks during crucial moments, no random backstage segments cutting away from the action, no interference from people who have no business being involved. Let these two incredible athletes go out there and show everyone why they deserve to be in this position. Stephanie Vaquer needs to showcase everything that made WWE take notice of her in the first place. The technical wrestling, the innovative offense, the ability to adapt and overcome. She needs to look like a champion who's not just lucky to be there but deserves to be there. And Raquel Rodriguez needs to look like the threat she is. No more being made to look weak, no more taking unnecessary losses to protect other people. She needs to look like someone who could legitimately take that championship and run with it. The outcome almost doesn't matter if the match itself is given the respect it deserves. Obviously, one woman is going to walk out as champion and one isn't, but both of them should leave that ring looking like stars. That's what good booking does. It elevates everyone involved even in defeat. If Vaquer retains, Rodriguez should look like she gave absolutely everything and just came up short against a superior technician. If Rodriguez wins, Vaquer should look like she fought valiantly but was overcome by a force of nature. Let me throw out a bold prediction here, and I want you to comment whether you think I'm right or if I'm completely off base. I think this match is going to be better than most people expect, but the finish is going to leave us wanting more. I think we're going to see these two women starting to build chemistry, starting to tell a compelling story, and then WWE is going to pull them apart for some reason. Maybe it's a time constraint, maybe it's interference setting up another feud, maybe it's a DQ finish that protects both women but satisfies nobody. And if that happens, if WWE gives us another inconclusive finish, another reason to say, well, I guess we'll see them wrestle again, then we need to make our voices heard. Not with toxic hatred, not with personal attacks, but with legitimate criticism about the booking. We need to let WWE know that we're invested in these performers and we want to see them given the opportunities they deserve. Here's something that nobody is talking about but absolutely should be. This match represents the future of the women's division. Stephanie Vaquer represents the international talent that WWE is bringing in, the wrestlers who've made their names around the world and are now getting their opportunity on the biggest stage. Raquel Rodriguez represents the homegrown talent, the athletes who've come through WWE's system and are ready to break out. Both of these paths are valid. Both of these paths deserve respect. The winner of this match doesn't just walk away with a championship, they walk away as the standard bearer for their path to success. If Vaquer wins, it tells international wrestlers that WWE values what they bring to the table. If Rodriguez wins, it tells wrestlers coming through the development system that patience and persistence pays off. Either way, the result sends a message about what WWE values and where they're headed with their women's division. Now I want you to do something for me right now. Pause this video, hit that like button if you're as invested in this match as I am, smash that subscribe button because we're going to break down every moment of this match after it happens, and drop a comment telling me who you think should win and why. Don't just say a name, tell me what that victory would mean for the division. Tell me what story you want to see told. Engage with this content because that's how we build a real community of wrestling fans who care about more than just the outcomes. This is the type of match that defines eras. Years from now, we're going to look back at Monday Night Raw and remember this as either the moment Stephanie Vaquer truly arrived as a main event player, or the moment Raquel Rodriguez finally got the push she's been desperately deserving. Or, and I hate to even consider this possibility, we're going to look back and wonder what could have been if WWE had just given these two women the platform they deserved. The emotion I'm feeling right now is real because I care about wrestling. I care about seeing talented people get opportunities. I care about championships meaning something. I care about matches living up to their potential. And this match on Monday Night Raw, has all the ingredients to be something special if WWE just lets it happen organically. So when you're watching this match, watch it with critical eyes. Pay attention to how much time they're given. Notice whether the commentary is putting over both women or just focusing on one. Look at whether the finish feels earned or if it feels like they're just checking a box. And then come back to this channel because I'm going to break down everything that happened and what it means for the future. The women's division is at its best when matches like this are treated with importance. When the championship feels like the most valuable prize in the company. When the challengers feel like legitimate threats. When the matches are given time. When the stories are compelling. That's when wrestling works. That's when we as fans feel invested. And that's what Monday Night Raw needs to deliver. I'm begging you, WWE, don't drop the ball on this. Don't waste the incredible talent you have in both of these women. Don't give us another match that we forget about by next week. Give us something memorable. Give us something we'll be talking about for months. Give us a reason to believe that the Women's World Championship is the most important title in your company. To everyone watching this video right now, this is why we love wrestling. The anticipation. The possibilities. The hope that we're about to witness something amazing. Stephanie Vaquer vs. Raquel Rodriguez for the Women's World Championship on Monday Night Raw has everything it needs to be spectacular. Now it's up to WWE to deliver. And it's up to us as fans to hold them accountable whether they do or they don't. Make sure you're subscribed because the real conversation starts after this match happens. We're going to dive deep into every moment, every decision, every implication. This is WWE Reporter, where we don't just recap matches, we analyze what they mean for the industry. Don't miss it.